Back in January, I uncovered this beautiful pine floor underneath my bedroom lino. I stripped it back and made it look like the floor of my absolute dreams. And then the whole thing flooded. So I ripped out all the filler, refilled each of the flooring gaps, scraped it all back, resanded, and now it looks like this. The problem is, we have to get rid of these white marks and make it look like this floor once again. However, there's not a single floor sander available in Shetland this week, and we need to paint this room. My mum is coming and we have a deadline for getting the paint on the walls, so stay tuned to see if I can make this project work the second time around in just 3 days.
I am so intimately familiar with every crevice of this floor and I never want to be near it again.
Of course, my stubborn first thought was, I'll be able to get these white marks off this floor in a day using my new Ryobi battery sander, and very quickly realised this was going to be near impossible.
The floor filler just sticks to this and makes the job almost impossible. So the reason I did that was because all the floor sanders in Shetland are already out on hire. But honestly, we're just gonna have to wait until they're back because I cannot do this by hand. It's gonna cause me a breakdown.
To avoid tears and try and get on with some other work while I prayed to God for a floor sander to become available by the end of the week, I cracked on with some priming, which we need to do before we colour drench this room. This includes all the facings and the doors, so I took some sandpaper to them and roughed them up, ready for a primer. I was doing this on Sunday and my mum was arriving the following Thursday, and I really didn't have a lot of time between work to get the room ready for her arrival because her purpose was to come and help me colour drench this room, so we needed to have a primed and ready bedroom by the time she arrived. And I did not want to ask her to help me sand this floor because if you've watched the channel for a while, you know we've already done this together and it was a very difficult and nasty job and it didn't feel fair to make her do it again. But obviously I can't do this without a floor sander. I tried, so I just had to keep pestering the hardware stores until they came up with the goods.
Guess what I got? Finally, after days of waiting, just before my deadline, the floor sander became available again. My old friend. Today is just about the floor. I don't really know what else to tell you. You've heard me say it thousands of times. We need to get the floor done. Today is Monday. Floor needs to be varnished by tonight. Tuesday, we're putting the white primer mist coat on the walls. Wednesday, I need to go to work. And Thursday, my mum arrives to put the actual colour on this wall and colour drench the entire room. So it's critical that we get this finished today. Again, what we're trying to do is remove the residue from the new filler that I put down. I'll be honest with you, I'm losing faith in this new filler, but I'm also losing my mind with this whole job, so I don't really care what it looks like at this point. The time now is 10:43 in the morning. Let's go.
This job was an all-round pain in the arse, not only because I was doing it for the second time, but this bloody sticky floor filler just clogged up every sanding sheet I used. Because we were trying to move a substance that is designed to stick, I found if I moved very slowly with the floor sander without letting it stop in one place, this was the most effective way of getting the maximum amount of this filler off the floor. If you've never had the pleasure of sanding a floor before, then I'll tell you for nothing that the edges will be the most annoying part if you ever do.
There is no working edging sander in Shetland, so I had to just use my hand sander.
This was annoying because this is battery powered, so it kept dying and I had to wait to charge it again. The one thing that annoys me most is not seeing a solution that's in front of my eyes. I eventually realised that if I scraped this off, it came off so much faster, so I used a carbide scraper just to scrape the edges off, and suddenly we were cooking with gas. This went so much faster. Although it made a horrible noise, it was 100% worth using. Maybe not the best finish, and I still had to go over with my sander, but it got the job done.
One last pass. Let's go. It's done. It's varnish time. 5:45. Woo! Whole day's work. Couple of breaks, but we did it. Let's get the varnish on this. I've hoovered, I'm gonna hoover again. I'm gonna actually mop, see if we can get some of these plaster stains out of the floor, which didn't actually come out with the sander, which I thought was strange. Let it dry whilst the weather's still good, and then we can varnish it. And by tonight, we will have a varnished floor. Ooh! Huge progress, huge. It's time, finally, for varnish. Because it's late at night and my arms are so sore and my body feels very tired, I'm just going to put this on the floor with a roller. You saw me do it with a brush in the living room last year. That took ages, and this will probably need a couple of coats. What I'm going to do is do one coat tonight, and then I'm going to leave it to dry overnight, and then tomorrow we will cover the floor completely and protect it to get the paint on the walls. Then at a later date I will do some more coats of varnish on the floor. But for now, I've got the fear because we know what happened last time when this floor wasn't protected. So we're just going to protect it now whilst we have time, and then get the paint on the walls tomorrow.
The varnishes I'm using here are Ronseal Diamond Hard interior varnishes, and then when I ran out of a tin of that, I used an exterior Diamond Hard varnish. They are matte, they are clear. That is the only varnish I will ever use. I am not going to sacrifice this beautiful pine floor that I've now uncovered twice to a horrible varnish that changes the colour or makes the texture look wrong. So there will always be matte clear when I'm using varnish. That's just my favourite. The number of people who asked if I was going to stain this floor, like, no, I would not go through this pain twice if I was just going to stain it. That would be completely not worth my while. It was probably about 11 o'clock by the time I got this finished, so I didn't record an outro.
Some of these sections here I'm not 100% on. Obviously, my floor sanding was not so hot there, but I was running out of sanding discs and I just wanted it to be done. But overall, I'm going to take these results. There's a few dodgy bits here, but you've got to remember we're putting down a rug and there's going to be a bed here. But for now, look at that glow. How nice does that look? I am fairly impressed that I did that myself in almost one day.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe below. It makes the pain and suffering of this home renovation so much easier to bear. I hope you like these before and after results. I'm fairly pleased with them. If you're going to do this yourself, either get a professional or just don't do anything that I did, and I'll see you next time for more DIYs. God bless you all.